Hey, it's Soleil, and this is episode 185 of the Orange Pill Investor. MicroStrategy is down overnight after earnings, and that covered call that I did not put on last week would have come in handy. However, the chart is green because I just scroll out until it's green because I'm an asshole. But it does provide a little bit of perspective. This 1 day chart, this 1 week chart really doesn't matter when MicroStrategy is doing this in the long term. I will cover the results from the little bit of research that I tried to do on what's going to happen to implied volatility overnight after earnings. The TLDR version is short DTE did seem to be affected, and the options that were greater than 90 days did not seem to be affected by earnings, by Ivy Crush. So don't really have time to go over it in depth in this one. I'll just do an extra video about it. But Friday is roll day, so it's important that I get this done. Main account, I transferred the 14 grand back to this account. It just hasn't hit yet. It's been deducted from this account. It just hadn't hit this one yet. As you can see, they restored the margin calculation, and this is exactly what I was expecting to see. The stock should be down like 20, 30 grand or whatever, and I think I had 88,000 in buying power when MicroStrategy was around 1550, 1600-ish. So that's good to see. It was a little bit disconcerting waking up to a potential margin call, but everything's kind of back to normal. All right, with the 200 shares, let's set up some covered calls. And it's funny because I think let me just look at my activity. So the last time I sold an at the money covered call was 2 weeks ago. So was it around the 17th? Maybe the 19th? Okay, here it is. Yeah, I sold this 1685 covered call and I got paid 8,500. So we were discussing on the spaces last night about whether this stock split will have a screwy effect. And it doesn't seem like earnings has affected it. If anything, it's basically stayed the same because the Ivy rank has actually gone up. When the stock price drops, it jacks up implied volatility, which is good for options selling. So I think I'm just going to go back to the plan and I'm just going to sell. This is just above at the money. So let me try to sell one of these. Oh, wrong account. All right, let's try to get us a fill. What the hell? That's my, did I get a fill? I really might have to start wearing my glasses. Okay, it did fill. This is actually my credit spread. I got a little confused. All right, that covers 100 shares. And then for the other one, let's do my, let's try to get 1%. Why am I at 28 days? Okay. Mid price, let's see what strike I can get, how much colorway value I can get for 1500. I can get the 1740 strike, which is 300. Sorry, 240, 255. See, 10% would be 150, 20% would be about 300. So that's not terrible. Let's try to, oh, that's buy. Let's sell. The 1700. No, let's be a little bit less aggressive since I'm being very aggressive with the other one. So let's go to a whole number. Let's do 1750. I'm only collecting, well, I do want to collect the 1%, so let's do 14. 1735. Let's just do it right here. Try to collect 1500. Failed. I was listening for a different sound. All right, so collected 7,500 and 1,500, so that's 9,000. And the long calls should be fairly cheap now. So I sold. Check my activity again. Yeah, I sold a couple of these 3,800 strike. Did I accidentally buy one? What the hell? That I don't get. I know I sold one. Why did I buy one? Oh my god, I'm gonna have to go back and watch the video and see if I misclicked. But before that, I was buying these for like $6,000. All right, here they are. So this is at 105 days to expiration. I would hold these for maybe a month, but let's go ahead and what did I make? $9,000. And the mid price is 3,200. So let's buy 3 of these. Delta is 0.1 on each of these, so I'm going to add 0.3 delta to my position. Let's pay a little bit more for that. Okay, filled. That will work. So now my long positions in MicroStrategy 58, and I still have this leaps that is barely still in profit. So that's good. I got 58 delta here and I got 39 delta here. So almost close to 100 delta. This would be the equivalent of carrying 100 shares uncovered. So I have 200 shares covered, and I basically have another almost 100 shares worth of uncovered, completely uncapped long position. But the beauty of these is that when the price of MicroStrategy does pump, the delta is going to increase. So whereas holding a share, your delta, if you have one share, it's just one delta. 200 shares is 200 delta. And if the price increases, it just stays one delta. But the amount of delta that I purchased here on these long calls will actually increase as these start to become closer to at the money. Right now they're out of the money considerably, and I don't expect them to ever be in the money. In 100 days, I don't expect MicroStrategy to be over 3,800. And even if it did that 60 days from now, I wouldn't be holding these options because I'm not going to hold this past 90 days. So this is just upside insurance if MicroStrategy rips for some reason. All right, so that is all my MicroStrategy positions. I probably could go ahead and add another credit spread since the price is down. So let's just do that. I don't know if I ever set these up in real time. So 45 days to expiration is optimal, but I'm going to do 42 here. Could go to 49. The best day the only day that you can get 45 days exactly is on Tuesday. So do I want to go, let's go to 49. Let me give myself all of the time. So I'm going to go to about 70% out of the money. This will be fine. So I need a put credit spread. Let's choose, I need to sell the more expensive one. Whoops, I have that backwards. Where's the mid price? Oh, I have that right. I'm selling the one that's 72.40. Damn it. And I'm going to buy the 11.90. The credit spread should always result in a credit. So let's see if I can collect 240. All right. And then I will close it at 50% profit. And I will just let that sit there. It will either win or lose. All right, Tesla. I got 5 covered calls. Tesla decided to forsake me at the same time as MicroStrategy. It's supposed to be my counterweight. It's supposed to be my counterbalance and actually give me some margin breathing room. But that is not working out. I mean, my average trade price is still 188, which is over the current price, so that's good news. But let's go ahead and sell 5 covered calls for next week. Collecting 1% would be about $2. So mid price 225. That's almost. Yeah, there we go. Let's do 5 of these. Well, let's not overpay or undersell myself. All right, let's see if I can get fills here. No. Dial it down a couple. No. No. Am I just chasing the price? Is the freaking price moving on me? The hell? This is some exciting video right here. Okay. Got paid what, 186 times 5, so about 900 bucks. That is not going to be enough to buy another one of these leaps, but the price is down, so I'm just going to go ahead and get one anyway. I want to be increasing my long call positions on every dip. So let's go to 685 days will work. And I'll just add a position here. Filled. Super. All right, I have 6 leaps here, a little bit underwater. Purchase price is 4,500. Mid price is probably 29. This one is still barely a winner, and that's the name of my game. I will collect premium on the short term and start stacking these long leverage positions for the future. Should I grab one more Tesla just to have an even number? Nah. All right, so that's the main account. Let's check the IRA. Now the IRA, I actually went ahead and already sold my long call, and I am so glad I did, because the value of that long call would have completely evaporated. So granted, these shares purchase price is $17.56, and they lost, was that 10-20%? That long call would have gotten absolutely destroyed. So pretty happy I dumped those. Now these these long calls that I kept, I should have sold 1 or 2 of these off before earnings, but either way, that's no big deal. After the 10-to-1 split, I'll have ended up with 10 of each of these, which will be kind of cool. I mean, it really just doesn't matter. It's just slicing the pizza into more slices. It doesn't actually change how much money you have. But on August 8th, I cannot wait for this 50 shares of MicroStrategy to be 500 shares of MicroStrategy, and now I can sell 5 covered calls again, and I can use that money to stack more of these long calls. And actually, this one, yeah, I should have dumped this last week. This is already under 90 days. I do not like this being so short. So let's just close this for what I can. I should have taken care of that before earnings. This one's 105 days. That's acceptable. And with the $1,000, let's close this position. $1,000. Should I get another 100 shares? Or let's look and see. What's the cheapest long calls I can get? 105 days. Whoops, wrong way. Oh, it's one that I already have. Nope, don't have enough money for that. Can't even get 1 share of MicroStrategy. So yeah, might as well just buy a bunch of Riot. So 100 shares. Now I have 300, and I can sell 3 covered calls. Let's do 10% call away. So I'll pick the $10 strike, collect about 1.5% on each of those contracts. 57 shares. So how many shares can I get with $345? 40? Almost. 38. That almost got me the number of shares I need to get 5 more. You know what's interesting? Let's see how much making this poor man's covered call would cost me again. So if I go out to I'm not gonna be able to afford that, I don't think. All right, if I sell 50 shares, if I just sold all 50 shares of these, they're gonna give me to play with. Oh, they give me 74 grand to play with. Interesting. I can get a 1200 strike in December, 74, and then I can sell covered calls. Interesting. Hmm. All right. The 1200 strike. All right, gonna have to pay a little more. Filled. All right, so now I have a leaps that I can use to sell covered calls against. It's worth about 74. So if I collect 700 for the week, what we want 1%. And that is all the way the hell up here. The 1830 strike. Let's just do the 1800. Why is that? Why am I trying to buy one? I do not want to buy one. Sell. All right, that filled. So that gives me another $1,000 to play with. So I can get another 100 shares of Riot. Let's try 105, and maybe that'll get me the shares I need to sell 2 more covered calls. That's the name of the game. Collect premium, add to the long position, use that new long position to generate more premium. All right, so that is 150 bucks. So I could probably get 15 shares. No more. shares. Cha-ching. All right, I like that. After 8-8, I'll reevaluate this whole situation, and I'll end up having. It'll be interesting to see if I want to keep 10 leaps. Sorry, 10 of these freaking leaps, or not. All right, this is the joint account. This will be just about break even. So let me go ahead and just let myself get assigned to these hut shares at 1450. Got paid 45, so my cost basis will be 1405. And unfortunately, Hut is shitting the bed down to $12 a share. So take care of that next week. That is all of the Tastytrade accounts. Just double check. Strategy, 200 shares to cover calls. Got the 2 put credit spreads. I've got the 6. These are not leaps. These are just long calls. 105 DTE. This one is a leaps. I bought this one put. End of 2025, I will probably add considerably to this position. I don't know if what the liquidity on this will be like. I mean, this bid-ask spread is atrocious. All right, got 500 shares of Tesla. Sold 5 covered calls. Added a leaps position. You know what? Just to make these evens, I'm going to add another one. What is that? 685 DTE. Wrong account. And filled. Okay, cool. The 5K account getting crushed over the last week. I'm still up, but these positions are getting demolished. So CLSK 18.5 call. Buy this back for $1. My cost basis here says 1950. So this, I could go through and I could see how much money I've collected and see what my true cost basis is here. But I generally just eyeball it. So if I build $1, 10% call away value in here, that's going to be $1.40. So it'll bring me to 1560. So I can, this is 0 days to expiration. All right, next week, 1660. So I can sell this and get 2% ROI for the week at 1650. So let's do that. When did they arrive? All right, let's 27, 28 didn't work, so let's just do 27. Let's get a fill. Time is money. All right, this hut call. Why would this even cost me that much? Let me just try to buy it back for 1. Why should this cost me more than $1? That doesn't make sense. All right, same thing. My cost basis actually in hut is 777. So this is, I've had these shares for a while. So I could be very aggressive with this if I wanted to. I don't know what the hell this is about. There's no bids. big wide bid-ask spread here on this. I don't know what that's about. So, all right, let's sell the 14. That's still like 4% call away value. Let's see if I can just get a fill. Why the bid-ask spread so wide? All right, let's do 40. Liquidity is very important selling options. So this is weird. Why is the 14 strike so wacky here? All right, so 36, I'm only getting 3% for the week. It's got to fill. Okay, there we go. All right, HUD is gone. The iron $9 put that I sold will probably expire and be assigned. So Monday, I will be the proud owner of 100 shares of iron. So sell covered calls on that on Monday. I got this Riot $10 put. This will get assigned. That's underwater. That's 898989. So what do I have? 100 shares of HUT. Sold a covered call. 100 shares of CLSK. Sold a covered call. 500 shares of Riot. I already did Riot with my son before the video, but we sold the $10 strikes, collected about 15 cents, I believe, on each of those. And let's see how much money I made today. 30. What was this? I think I got 36. So 65. And 5 times 15, 75. So it was about 130 bucks. So let's buy some fractional shares of MicroStrategy. I think I bought $100 worth yesterday, this morning already. So I have back up to 0.48 shares of MicroStrategy. When the next time this pumps, I will sell it off and buy 100 shares of something. Sell more covered calls. All right, that's it for now. So I'll do another video on the results of the Ivy Crush research that I did. And be good, y'all.